Now, thousands of Afghans converged to Kabul to discuss the ongoing war and also the American efforts to try and forge a peace deal with the Taliban. Now, the gathering included over 3,000 tribal leaders, religious figures, politicians and Afghan citizens from across the length and breadth of the country. And they were attending the LOYA JIRGA, or a Grand Assembly, which was the largest gathering of the Afghan people in modern history, in a bid to try and settle the possible conditions under which they might accept a peace settlement. Now, the meeting is, of course, being held over 4 days as the United States and the Taliban are discussing a possible foreign troop withdrawal from the country in exchange for a permanent ceasefire.
این کار با مراتب بهتر از آن است که من در انحصار 15 نفر در شعاع 6 کیلومتری ارگ باشم و اتصال به صدای مردم نداشته باشم.
Now, the assembly is being seen as an attempt by the Afghan government to try and influence the peace talks between the United States and the Taliban, aimed at ending more than 17 years of conflict. It is significant because the talks have so far cut out Ashraf Ghani, who the Taliban views as nothing more than a US stooge. And Ashraf Ghani's government is hoping that the high-stakes meeting will define Kabul's conditions for any deal, including the constitution and the protection of women's rights. Remember, the LOYA JIRGA, or the Afghan equivalent of the parliament, is a centuries-old tradition in Afghanistan that's been convened at times of national crisis or to settle some pretty big issues. Now, the most recent JIRGA was held back in 2013 when Afghan officials had endorsed a security agreement that allowed the US troops to stay in Afghanistan beyond their planned withdrawal in 2014. But the delegates this year have been split into various committees to discuss the negotiating points for the future talks with the Taliban. Now, the summit's results are due to be announced this Thursday.